My name is Lauren Carson and I'm 13 years old, and the project that I'll be doing today for STEM is testing whether or not the brand of a golf ball affects the distance that a ball will travel. My hypothesis is that if I test this, then the brand that costs the most will go the farthest, because usually brands that are more expensive have closer dimples, and dimples allow the balls to travel further. So the first brand that I have is Top Flight. And the external factors that also contribute to how far the ball will go is the technique that I'm using and the weather conditions. So this is the last shot that I'm doing for the Top Flight, and the same conditions that applied previously also apply. That ball traveled about 50 yards. So now I'm going to hit the penalty practice ball. This is the second brand of another ball that I'm using, and the external conditions that also apply for this one is the club that I'm using, which is a 6-iron, and the weather conditions. That ball traveled about 40 yards. Now I'm doing the second shot for the penalty practice. That ball traveled about 60 yards. Here's the last shot for the pinnacle practice ball. The same conditions apply. That ball traveled about. This is the last brand of the ball that I'm using. Is called the Wilson Staff golf ball, and the conditions that previously applied for the other trials will also apply for this one. That ball traveled about 65 yards. Here's the second trial for the Wilson Staff ball. The same conditions that applied previously also apply here. That ball traveled about 45 yards. Here's the last trial for the Wilson Staff ball. The same conditions also apply. That ball traveled about 50 yards. Now I'm going to give the results for my question. Does the brand of the golf ball affect the distance it will travel? I used 3 brands of golf balls, and the first one was Top Flight, and it usually costs around $19.99 per pack of 12 balls. During my first trial, I didn't hit it very far. The ball rolled out in front of me, However, it went 10 yards. On my second trial, the ball went 55 yards, and on my third trial, the ball went 50 yards. The average distance that the ball traveled was 38 1/3 yard. The second brand of golf ball that I used was a Pinnacle practice ball. The prices for those balls are usually around $15.99 per dozen. The first trial's distance was 40 yards, the second trial's distance was 60 yards, and the third trial's distance was 55 yards. The average distance that it went was 51 2/3 of a yard. Lastly, I hit the Wilson Staff ball, which usually costs around $21.99 for a dozen. The first trial, it went 65 yards. The second trial went 45 yards, and the third trial, it went 50 yards. It traveled an average distance of 53 1/3 of a yard. My hypothesis for this question was yes, the brand contributes to the distance the ball will travel. The reason for this being that the more expensive ball has closer dimples, which means the amount of dimples will be more, and the dimples allow for a ball to travel farther. However, the first part of my hypothesis was correct, that yes, the most expensive brand would travel the farthest. However, my reasoning for it was wrong. The balls that cost more usually have farther dimples. The ball had farther dimples, and the dimples that were farther apart allowed the ball to travel farther.